welcome to the modeling part of the course. You're about to embark upon a journey which is interesting and challenging, which will take you from not knowing anything about stats to being able to build a full-fledged statistical model end to end. And we're talking about building the model, assessing the model, testing the model, deriving insights from the model, and even maintaining the model post-delivery. This section has over 50 lectures and will feel like a separate course in itself. And that is why I wanted to take some time to make sure that our expectations are set before you commit to this journey. So let's go over some key goals that we want to cover off in this part of the course. Key point number 1. There is a huge tendency these days to associate data science with R programming or Python programming. This course is not like that. My goal is not to teach you R programming or Python programming. My goal is to teach you how to be a data scientist, how to think like a data scientist, how to create models, and what tool you use, whether it's SPSS, SAS, R, Python. You can use any tool later on after you have learned the fundamentals of creating a model. And so with that in mind, we won't be going through R programming. I won't be teaching you how to program in R. R has a very steep learning curve, and it could take a whole separate course to teach you how to program in R. And I don't want to get bogged down in all of the coding. I would rather focus on the actual modeling part of the things and explain the intrinsics of modeling to you, because I personally believe that that is way more valuable. And with that in mind, we're going to be using a visual software package which is called Gradle. It's free, and I will show you how to download it and install it, and that will allow us to get rid of that whole part where you have to think about coding and understand it and like learn a lot of stuff about R in order to get to the end result. We can just actually focus on the modeling. Key point number 2. As mentioned before, our end goal is to be able to build a full-fledged statistical model. However, I don't want to just give you a set of mechanical steps that you need to follow to get to the end result. I want to help you understand what exactly is going on when you're running these models. And that's why I will be focusing quite a bit on intuition of things. We'll talk about the intuition of a logistic regression, we'll talk about the intuition of multicollinearity, and quite a few other aspects of modeling. So by the end of this part of the course, you should not only be able to create the models, but you should be able to intrinsically understand what is going on in the background when you're running these models. And finally, in order to get to our end goal step by step, I have broken down this part of the course into logical sections. First, we will have a stats refresher. Then we will talk about the simple linear regression. Then we will move on to the multiple linear regression. After that, we will talk about the logistic regression, and then we will build our geodemographic segmentation model. And after we've built it, we will learn how to test and assess our model. Then we will learn how to derive insights from our model. Then we will talk about how we can maintain our model post-delivery and fight any kind of deterioration that might be going on. And finally, at the very end of this part of the course, I will give you some extra tips, tricks, and hacks that you can take away to really improve your modeling. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this part of the course. I really hope you enjoy this journey and go through it all the way with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the first section.